Hello folks. Right, I've come out again and I've come back to that same field from the last couple of videos where I've had some Roman bits. Now today I've put the bigger coil on, I've put the 15-inch coil on, and the settings I'm using field 2, let me think now, recovery speed 5, iron bias 1, so we'll see how we get on with that. I've picked up a shotgun cap so far, which is pretty much on the surface, and I've just had a signal down here which is reading 13, and I have flipped the soil over. I think I know what it is. I think it's another Roman. I haven't picked it up yet because I want to show you the find as I reveal it. So let's have a look. So I wasn't really expecting this to be something more modern, because it's actually quite shallow. It's only, so about there's about 3 inches I suppose. Get out of the sun a bit. Where is it? There, can you see it just there? Look, let's zoom you in, just there. It was a nice clean sounding signal. I think it's a Roman. Oh, sorry folks. Can't really see anything on it as such. It's been quite good condition. Yeah, that's the bust side, isn't it? I hope this is focusing all right. I'm just going to let that dry for a few minutes and we shall bring you back and we'll have a closer look. Yeah, it's probably another Constantine, because so far they've all been 4th century coins from here. That's drying out. Right, I'm going to give that a quick brush and I'll start recording again in a moment. It's got some nice detail on it again. I've been very lucky with these coins in this field. They're actually quite good condition. I can't tell what's on the reverse. Not sure what that is at all. Usually a figure standing up, isn't it? I think it's another Constantine, but I'll try and find out for sure later on. That's brilliant. That's a good start actually. So that's my second signal and we're on to a Roman. And I'm on the 15-inch coil, so you can see the area that I'm in. So yeah, I'm not far from that hedge. I'm going to record all the National Grid reference numbers for any Roman finds, and I'll pass them over to my finds liaison officer and see if she can build up a map. Great, that's a good start. I've got a very high pitched 25-26 signal, so I think it's going to be something modern. I've mentioned it before, I'm near a sledging area here, so if any coins have been dropped over the years, if it is a coin. Can't see anything yet. Oh, it's there, I can see it. Oh, let's get some light on it. I can't even see what it is. Is it a penny or something? Yeah. There's Queen Elizabeth. Right. A penny. Okay. Well, got a signal that doesn't sound great. It sort of goes up to from 15 to 17. There's definitely some iron signals as well in here. So it seems to be there's something in that corner. Just looking for any telltale signs of iron. It's quite sandy soil here anyway, so it's just there. Right, I'll give it a fairly reasonably wide berth, I think, just to try and be safe. Could just be iron, of course. It could be a bit of flat iron or something. Let's check it again. What's that? No. Swap hands again. Still not seeing anything. Just narrow that down a bit. One press, two press. Right, whatever it is, we're very close to it now. It's just about there. You watch after all this. It'll be something not worth filming, no doubt. Still don't see anything. Ah, well, blimey, there you go. That looks like another Roman coin. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, not a great signal at all. That's a bit bigger than the last one. It's broken, unfortunately. Let's just check that hole. No, so you can see where I've been digging previous visits. Grass needs to grow back yet. So I am definitely in the same area behind me there. So it's just this little flat area. Can't really work out if they've been dropped here, whether they've moved down over the centuries, you know, whether rainwater's pushed them down or not, I don't know. But this is quite a bit deeper than the last coin. This is a good, yeah, that's 8 inches, that one. I'll just give that a brush and I'll bring you back in a moment. Right, that's the bust there. I need to go over this with a wooden, go away fly, a wooden toothpick, try and get some more detail off that probably later on. Probably another 4th, well I'm sure, well so far they've all been 4th century coins, so I've no reason to doubt that this won't be as well. There is a figure on the back, if you can see that, stood on a, looks like a boat or a raft. The figure stood up there. But that's great to find a second Roman coin. I'm really not expecting to find many today, because I have gone over this area. Well, this will be this is the 3rd time now, isn't it? It's just this little area, which is really odd. So the signals are very few and far between. But yeah, I'm pretty much gridding it. I've walked up and down this way a few times, and I'm overlapping each time as I get further up towards the trees just there. That's the good thing about the 15-inch coil is if you take your time, you get some good overlap with it, so you're not going to leave many gaps in your pattern. Well, I dug a little bullet casing up a little while ago, and this sounds exactly the same, 6 up to 8. But let's film it on the off chance that it might be something else. Can you see anything? Because I can't. What's that? Oh, that's tiny. Oh. Well, I never. Just goes to show, doesn't it, that you think it might be something in it and it isn't. It's something completely different. Six to 8 signal, that. How deep is that? 7 inches. Right, I'm back in a moment, folks. So it's another Constantius, another 4th century coin by the look of it. It's 2 figures on the back. No idea what they're doing or what that symbolises either. Damaged again, unfortunately, but otherwise there's some nice detail on that. Brilliant. Hey, that's 3 in the bag. I think I'm going to stop for a cup of coffee now. Yeah, just stop over there, have a cup of coffee and a bite to eat, and we shall continue again. I'm just walking up in this direction at the moment. The last time I was here, I did go up behind those trees and have a quick go in case there's anything there, but it was just a squirrel there, can you see it? It was just shotties and a couple of tin cans as well. Jiggered, folks. I've done a lot of walking since the last bit of video. All for, well, 3 modern coins, I think. Some more bullet casings. 2 buttons. I've had 2 buttons today. I've been wandering down in that field right over there, along the edge by the tree line up this side, down the middle, across the bottom. Got a button in the bottom there, a button rather. And I'm back in the field where I started off from, because it all went quiet. That little area where the Roman coins came from. I've just had a 20 signal, 20 up to 22. So we'll show you this one anyway. 22, fairly deep, 8 inches in the corner again. Pinpointing with the big coin is a little bit trickier than with the standard coil. And we've got our first buckle from this field. So I'm guessing that's going to be sort of 1700s, probably a shoe buckle. That's alright, I'm happy with that. Not bad condition really, is it? Yeah, that's quite nice. So I'm going to walk back, excuse me, walk back over there where I started off. I'm going to have another cup of coffee, get my breath back, and give it another go over that little area. I don't think, in all fairness, there's going to be a lot come up from there now. It may be a case of coming back after we've had plenty of rain, see if the signals are any better. As you can see, the ground's still very dry. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Go for a coffee. I've been going over that same area again several times and nothing else, unfortunately. So I've just popped this side of the hedge. I have wandered up that little bit before, but just I think last time it was a couple of shotties, I think. That was pretty much it. So I've just had a 16 signal down here, only shallow, and we've got a little harness ring, bridle ring. That's alright, I don't mind finding those really. It's quite Seems to be quite crudely made, that one. It's not been cast very well. I think it's a harness ring. Oh, it does look as if something might have been attached to that edge, or it could have been broken off something. It could have just been the way it was cast. Yep, one for the bag. Do excuse my boot. I was just digging a 23 signal just down there, and we have a little padlock, I think. Gotta be a padlock, hasn't it? That's different. I don't know how old that would be. Padlocks aren't really my thing, to be fair. So it's better than a shotgun cap. There's another one for the bag. Yeah, that must have been the keyhole cover, I think. Right. Right, here we are, folks. Here's the finds from the day. So, several modern coins, 10p, 2p, a couple of pennies, a couple of 20p pieces, and a couple of pound coins as well. 3 buttons, which is not bad going, I suppose, really. That's just got some sort of cross-hatch design to it, nothing fancy at all. There is a maker's name in the back. Well, actually, no, there isn't. I think there's actually a crown on the back, towards the top there. I think it's his best quality on the bottom. You can see that really. But I don't know the age of that. It doesn't look particularly old, I don't think. Another one there. It's actually a livery button. It does have a design on it, but I can't make it out. It's that badly corroded. The shank's gone off the back of it. Just another plain old button there. This, I think, is a harness ring or a bridle ring. It's a bit oddly shaped though. It's got a couple of lumps at the top here. So I don't know whether it's just badly made, poorly cast. And there's another lump on this side as well. I did wonder if it could have been one of those annular buckles, but I don't think it is. I think it's a harness ring or a bridle ring. Not sure on date on that. Could be anything really. An old padlock there. Post-medieval. Some iron in the centre. These, I've had a look on the PAS website, and these seem to date from the 1500s to into the 1800s, so I think your guess is as good as mine there. Something different anyway. A nice buckle find there. That's from 1720 to sort of 1790, that sort of age range. Would have had an iron pin. That's long since departed. No decoration to that one. It's quite a plain buckle. I think it's a shoe buckle. 3 coins. 3 Roman coins. Is that going to focus? There we are. Another broken one, unfortunately. Quite a nice bust on that one. And on the back, I've had some help from Andrew Brown on Twitter. He's an archaeologist and curator at the British Museum. And it's 2 victories holding wreaths. That's what that is. Another larger coin. It's in a bit of a state, that one, isn't it? Not to worry though. There's a figure on the back on a boat or a raft or something or other. Can't tell you a lot more than that really. This is a lovely little coin. Yeah, some nice detail on that. Very nice. On the back of that one, what's that? I'm not sure what that is. It'd be some sort of god, I suppose, but looks like a cockerel to me. Stood on a rock. But yeah, I'm sure it probably isn't. But yeah, that's a very nice find. I've emailed Rebecca, my finds liaison officer, again, and she's looking forward to seeing these Roman coins. Chances are It may not be a hoard after all, but still, it's lovely to find them. I did get a lot of junk, quite a lot of shotgun caps, bullet casings, that sort of stuff. Even half a horseshoe actually. Yeah, so those are the finds. So well, that's the decent stuff anyway. I think that's the best find of the day. Yeah, so I spent quite a long time on that hunt. I got there about 10:15 in the morning and probably didn't leave until gone 6 o'clock, so it was a long time. Just 3 Roman coins this time around, and that was with a 15-inch coil as well. There weren't many signals in that little particular area of ground, the bit that I've been covering for the last 3 hunts. So I think it's probably just about hunted out now, unless we get plenty of rain and it saturates the ground, and then I might get some more signals that way. But otherwise it's gone fairly quiet. I did go further afield. I wandered in several different directions. A lot of the ground was just shotties, bullets, those sort of things, because there's an awful lot of rabbits up there. So obviously over the years I've been a lot of hunting. I went into the field next door, similar situation there really. Down in the bottom in the valley area, it was very quiet, barely any signals at all. So yeah, I think we need a bit of rain, well, a lot of rain, and that could be worth giving it another go. So I forgot to mention those coins were the Roman coins dated from around 348, I think, to sort of 361. So they're all 4th century coins again. I will say on the last video I had some really helpful comments. I'm sorry I can't think of the names right now, but I had a lot of useful information there. So thank you very much for commenting, folks. I really do appreciate that. Any help with IDs, any thoughts, you know, on what these items are, because some of them I don't have a clue. So I rely on other people to help me out. So you folks that have commented, it's very much appreciated. Please do keep it up. So until next time, folks, bye for now.